The University of Nebraska-Lincoln is working to strengthen agricultural ecosystems through its Center for Resilience in Ag Working Landscapes. Center Director Craig Allen joins us now for an update. And Craig, thanks for your time here this morning. First of all, just begin simply by defining resilience, if you would.
Well, thank you very much, Janet. Resilience has come to have two meanings. The first and the most common definition of resilience is the ability of a system to recover following disturbance. We call this bounce back, and think of a disturbance such as flood. There's another kind of resilience, ecological resilience, that is broader than the term bounce back, and it includes bounce back, but it's more interested in what happens when a system or landscape is pushed past a threshold and actually collapses. It's pushed beyond its ability to bounce back. In this case, resilience is simply a measure of the amount of disturbance the system can take before it collapses.
Could you provide an example of maybe an unanticipated problem as a result of that kind of management decision? Yeah,
I'll give you an example perhaps from the sandhills and rangelands. Rangeland managers have known for a long time that rangelands, grasslands are at tipping points, that they're fairly fragile systems. And in the sandhills of Nebraska, we've been concerned with blowouts and have managed away from this threshold of blowouts to avoid an open dune sand system, which would be very poor for livestock production. However, while we've had our backs turned, so to speak, another tipping point has snuck up on us, and that's of invasive trees. And the spread of trees in the sandhill is partially due to planting of windbreaks, which do have local and very good benefits for folks, but without managing seed sources, those windbreaks have become sources for seeds, leading to the collapse of grasslands across the Great Plains, and we lose about 40,000 acres a year of grassland to cedar invasion in Nebraska.
Wow. Now, of course, you mentioned the sandhills. Is the sandhills the reason why the Center for Resilience in Ag Working Landscapes is based in the Husker State?
Well, the sandhills are really important, but of course, as you know, we have two kinds of croplands, primarily our ag production systems in Nebraska, cropland and rangeland, and both have had collapses that are both local and global and recent and historic. So both these types of agricultural system are vulnerable to the loss of resilience and collapse. So we're concerned about both of them. Understanding resilience, I put resilience like this in ag systems. Resilience seeks to guarantee output under a broad range of conditions versus optimization approaches that seek to maximize output under rarely seen ideal conditions.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We appreciate your insight. Craig Allen, he's with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, of course, connecting with us through the technologies we have available today. Now, you can, of course, find more information on the system online at unl.edu.